Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Starbuck and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail Part 217, I think. I don't know, 16 or 17, one of the two. In this episode, we're going to be continuing playing the
server's still not open.
Punk Lord Mentality Companion Mission. I didn't realize it was going to be so long. I spent over an hour, no, not over an hour, just under an hour on it in the last video, and I didn't realize it was going to be this long, so we're going to continue it and hopefully finish it in this video before I go to bed. I really want to finish this again. So, we're currently in the simulated universe, and we're playing as Silverwolf, and Kafka is basically our companion, but we can't see Kafka, because Stella's kind of posing as Kafka. These two are basically just holograms. It's all very weird. If you don't know what's going on in the story, please check out the previous video for a better understanding of what happens in this video. But yeah, we're in the simulated universe right now, and we're trying to figure out what Silverwolf and Kafka were doing. And yeah, we're going to continue. Find the ether cartridges data. That's what we're doing.
Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal.
This might be a short video, actually.
Why would Herta put something like this inside the simulated universe? Doesn't she find it annoying when she has to find something herself? Never mind, I miscalculated. Let's try another sector.
It doesn't seem to be going well.
She's actually on the correct path. She just needs to continue a little further. I trust that she too will realize this soon.
I hope she doesn't. Why are you so sure? You seem to know her really well.
We've met only once.
Oh.
Stelle on Hunter, Silver Wolf. We fought against one another before. Herta was there as well. She may have mentioned it to you.
Nope. I recall that you won, I recall that she won, I recall that it was a draw. I recall that she won.
In Herta's words, there was no loser in that fight.
Ah.
It was more like a test than a duel. She would attack, and I would defend. Neither of us gave it our all. She wasn't able to break through my defenses, and I wasn't able to stop her from leaving. I never thought our next meeting would take place under these circumstances. I believe the continuation of our last encounter will soon arrive.
What the? This was the right way all along. Ugh, Herta's got some psychological tactics going on.
Seems like we can now continue forward.
Okay. This way. What if we chose the other way, though?
Oh, back to the space station again. A riddle? Where's the skip button?
This isn't a game, Silverwolf. This is real life. Alright. That was simple. Thank you, Silverwolf. I, take back what I said. This is a game.
We have the edge.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Stay in step. Another journey begins, destined for oblivion.
Time for a buzz.
My strength.
Take your...
Alright, another enemy over there. Ooh, we got more pathways now as well.
This combat needs optimizing.
Yes.
At this speed, too slow.
We have the edge.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true. The mood is... Let the show begin. Still the same old. Free will, or what's on the still waters of oblivion.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
My purpose.
Take your... Another journey begins, destined for oblivion.
What if we... No, we can't go... We can't even go that way. Okay.
Finally, almost
Good to know.
there. There's even a miniature Herta over here.
Oh, they're both so short.
A little narcissistic, isn't she? The whole space station is filled with her face. Portraits, statues, even projections of herself. I was planning on adding a mustache for her, but the spray didn't work.
Ugh.
The entire space station feels like it's made of paper, but her portrait is near indestructible.
She's talking about that portrait in the elevator room, no?
Oh.
Herta commissioned me to design an encryption tool for her. Seems she ended up using it on her portrait.
She said she's almost at the destination.
That's correct. The ether cartridge data is in the next room. Our pursuit is coming to an end.
Ah. I have a strange feeling about this. I have a wonderful feeling about this.
Yes, that incongruous feeling has persisted throughout this long pursuit. She came for the Stellaron, but showed a strong interest in the curios. And just as we found out about the existence of the ether cartridge, she just so happened to show up in the simulated universe. I must admit, this feels less like a chase and more like a chance encounter. I recall a story about Punk Lord. It is said that graffiti is a special kind of symbol there. Hackers see reality as a magnificent game and attempt to finish the stage we know as life. Whether it be for competition or for joy, they leave a trail in the places they visit. One symbol after another link up to become a long, long journey that writes the game of life. And would this ongoing affair not be part of such an endeavor? Perhaps this is all nothing more than a game she's decided to play with us. In which case, let us accompany her till the end.
Alright. Oh, but I don't want to leave you. Okay, let's go, let's go. The final boss? Or
Ready when you are.
enemy? Oh.
What, 6%? Quick!
I'll
Whoa.
stand in their way. Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Time for a buzz.
Let's improvise. That's half the work. On the still waters of oblivion. The mood is let the show begin. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Look, we found it. The ether cartridge is here, and it's perfectly intact.
Nice. But something's not right.
There is an unwelcome third party here with us.
Who?
If what we are seeing constitutes past images of Silver Wolf, then for her to have made it this far would have entailed the disappearance of the cartridge. We can only assume that the facts don't align with the theory. I believe that she was indeed able to hack into Herta's office, but she didn't stay there for very long. After all, even the best hacker wouldn't be able to find a specified target in the vast ocean of the simulated universe's data.
Unless she had someone to guide her there.
It speaks, of course.
You want to explain it to her first? I can see the confusion in her eyes.
The final results are on the display table, young madam. Take a closer look if you wish. We have plenty of time left. I will answer any questions that you may have.
So she's actually...
You've guessed correctly. The person that stands before you is tonight's starring role. She left herself a back door in the office, performed a proxy hack the moment you entered the simulated universe, and found a way to continue alongside us.
No way.
I must say, she really is a masterful actor. Misdirection is always the most effective method.
So the graffiti was bait?
The graffiti is like a two-way data tunnel. You can use it to retrace the trail she leaves behind, and she can monitor your progress by seeing which pieces of graffiti have disappeared. I fear she may well have had the whole thing planned out before hacking the space station. The graffiti and the back door were all in aid of honing in on just the right moment.
You knew everything from the start?
I'm sorry. Herta forbade me from disclosing any information beforehand. She made clear that knowledge would not be paramount to this operation, but rather the lack of it. However, the way I see it, the most important elements were dedication and sincerity. The actions of Mr. Leonard drew the target right in.
I don't have any other questions.
Well then, were you satisfied with this simulated universe journey,
I was.
Miss Silver Wolf?
Oh, he's asking her.
Huh. You knew it all along, didn't you? I knew it would be hard to fool you.
Oh, I remember
all
this
that
part.
talk you were spouting along the way was meant
Very
for
well.
me, wasn't it?
It is
Uh-oh.
a joy and an honor to have the opportunity to face off against you once again. Herta said that this cartridge would be able to lure in the biggest fishes in the universe. She was right.
So, the business about shutting down the universe and the argument with Herta was all just an act? You did all that to lure me in?
That is up to you to interpret. Herta and I have always been frank with one another. Sharp conversations of that nature happen on a regular basis. It wouldn't be fitting to call it an act. Miss Silverwolf is truly a talented hacker. Not only did she calculate everything ahead of time, she has numerous variables and aces still to play. News of my sudden visit to the space station was probably the only uncontrollable variable in her plan. And with my arrival came the nightmare of shutting down the simulated universe. That would have ruined her plans and all her preparations.
That's why she had to take the risk. That's why she had to take the opportunity before it was lost. Oh!
You now know everything about this encounter.
Everything? No. You're wrong about the most important part.
Oh?
You think I came here out of desperation, but I've been bursting with excitement this whole time. Do you know how happy I was when you showed up, Screwllum? I haven't had the thrill of a formidable opponent in such a long time. The Legion is nothing but a bunch of cavemen, and the IPC were a disappointment.
Jesus.
Only the Society has the talent to provide me with a fun challenge. Reality is nothing but a game. But what's the point of a game if it can't make you happy? An invitation letter and a challenge letter were sent to me from two geniuses. How could I not accept them? Would you have turned them down?
You're confident you'll be able to get out of this in one piece.
That's right. And I'm bringing this with me.
The ether cartridge. When did you...
Oh, a copy. You completed it while we were talking just now.
Why else would I entertain so much small talk? You're not the only one stalling for time. I'm guessing that Herta is hiding in a corner somewhere, trying to pull off a reverse hack from where I hacked in. You, on the other hand, are responsible for taking me head-on, just as you did last time. And I'm looking forward to it. How do you plan on stopping me this time? Are you going to turn the simulated universe into a black box? Or are you going to work with the IPC and put together a cross-galactic encirclement? Screwllum, will I be able to see your true strength this time? The long-awaited result will finally be determined. There will only be one victor today. Please, let me have some fun this time, okay?
My apologies, Miss Silverwolf, but none of what you are hoping for will be happening today. You may leave now.
Huh? Leave? But why? Aren't you trying to catch me? Don't you want to cuff me and exile me on some distant planet?
Your creativity has proven interesting. However, I have nothing to do with your quarrel with the space station. Ergo, I won't stop you.
I'm gonna leave with this cartridge then.
That's just a duplicate. Correction. Not only is the one in your possession a duplicate, but so is the one here. The real curio was transferred elsewhere at the very beginning. Conclusion. You may share that data freely.
No way.
What if I attack the space station again?
You won't.
It would have nothing to do with me. But I must warn you, it is likely that someone would step forward to stop you.
Then, what if I were to destroy the simulated universe right now?
You wouldn't.
I'm sorry, but that simply isn't possible. Ether editing isn't capable of destroying an entire universe.
What is the point of this then? You guys went out of your way to put together this trap, but don't plan on doing anything at all?
That's right. This way, the game that you so carefully orchestrated is now pointless, is it not? There's no point in a game if it's no longer fun. Silver Wolf, I know what you're after. The IPC's shackles won't be able to hold you, and jail is but another game to you. Herta and I came to an understanding. We will no longer enable you and give you what you need.
How boring.
However, Herta felt that this would be too easy on you, and wanted to add something of her own. And that is why, in this very moment, she has reverse-hacked you and located all your interastral network accounts.
Oh!
A total of 76 accounts. A very impressive number. How would it be if the IPC were to freeze all of them, including all of your game records?
What? Hey, hold on a minute.
And she logged out. How hasty of her. Games are always fun in the eyes of a child, but to an adult, they are but one among many ways of solving a problem. It's about time we were on our way.
Challenge completed. Oh, right, the controller died. And that's that. Talk to Herta. Where's Herta at? Oh, over there. Herta!
A flawless victory! Hope you got a glimpse of Herta's awesomeness, kiddo.
I did. Was it all part of your plan? As expected of Madam Herta. Why make it so complicated? As expected.
Make sure you never forget about it.
I never have and never did.
I couldn't care less about what happened with the space station, but I will surely repay the favor tenfold to anyone who dares to taunt me. I already notified someone at the IPC to freeze all her accounts. She's probably crying in front of her computer right now.
Now talk with Screwllum.
Thank you, young madam. Your and Mr. Leonard's contributions were a necessity to our victory.
Ah.
Do you have any other questions regarding this incident?
Oh, make sure you promote Mr. Leonard. You know, I think he deserves it. What is Silver Wolf truly after?
Her ultimate goal was always the ether cartridge, but she developed an alternative objective in challenging Herta and me in the process. All those complicated puzzles and unnecessary ploys. Nothing more than games, I'll wager.
Will the space station be invaded again?
If you are referring to the back doors Silver Wolf left behind, we have cleared out all of them, except for the one in the office. Don't worry. The space station is not as fragile as you think. Whether it's cosmic warfare or the incident that just took place, they're all within Herta's grand plan.
I want to ask about something else.
Please, ask away.
Will you still shut down the simulated universe?
Certainly not.
Yes!
Although Madam Herta and I have our differences in terms of research direction, the simulated universe is our shared pursuit, and nothing will change that. On the contrary, I plan on staying here for a while to see up close what kind of surprises the new branch of the universe has in store for me.
What is the ultimate meaning of the existence of the universe?
There is no one answer to that question, my friend. It holds a different meaning for everyone. To sentimental, organic life forms, it could be the first falling leaf in the change of seasons, or the marks carved onto someone through the passage of time. To the swarm that follows its instincts, it might be the sight of fresh meat in their compound eyes and the restless thirst for sustenance. And for me, perhaps the image of symbols woven together, still able to move the heart, something great that you call emotions. Of course, I've also heard that the answer is nothing more than a 2-digit number.
What do you plan on having for dinner? Wait, what?
A medium rare kettle steak,
Oh.
salt-baked Kalia lemongrass, Herman compound milk, and a portion of fried rice, prepared by a certain young man on the station.
Arlen!
All I need is energy. The form that energy comes in is the same as it is for you. I would never forsake the delights of the culinary world in the interests of efficiency. Now, it is possible that my joints may need a little lubricant every now and again.
I want to ask about something else. That's all questions I have.
Well, young madam, our destination may differ, but there are still countless opportunities for our paths to cross. The pursuit of knowledge will always be the best driving force for trailblazing.
Talk with Leonard. Oh, finally. The final conversation. They're gonna promote you, Leonard! Let's go!
So, the reason Madame Herta wanted me to continue the investigation was to lure her out of hiding? That never crossed my mind! Did she know about the traps the hacker left in the space station from the very beginning?
You were the most fitting person. You were the most fitting bait. person.
She said I did a good job!
Yeah.
Can you believe it? I've just been acknowledged by Madame Herta! This is something I'll remember for the rest of my life. I don't have to worry about being fired anymore!
Yay! Nice.
This chapter has come to a conclusion. Come, let us close the final back door.
Right. Scan that graffiti. With just a click of a button, I deem you gone! You watch the image on the wall slowly dissolve and disappear, and that's the end of it.
It's gone.
Oh!
It's all gone.
Oh!
Seriously, left nothing behind. I
This!
went too far this time. Too far.
I forgot this is where the image is from. If you wanted it, there it is. I've already got a screenshot of this on the capture gallery on the PlayStation 5 from the last time I did this. Oh, I loved this image so much. I loved it so much. Daily. I loved it. It's,
All right.
it's
Stop
Punk
with
Lord.
the tantrum. You're not a kid anymore.
It's Silverwolf and Kafka and Punk Lord. I think that's so cool. I love the lights and the buildings. And them, those two. It all fits so well together. I just love this image. And it's moving. Like, what?
I am not throwing a tantrum.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what are you gonna do now, huh? Hack an IPC branch nearby and get your accounts back?
If it were just 1 or 2 accounts, sure. I kind of overdid it this time. I lost basically everything. A branch office probably won't be enough. I'm gonna have to make a trip to Pier Point.
What, you're going alone? That's the IPC's headquarters.
Yep, just me. Why? Do you want to come with?
I probably won't be able to. I'm in Elio's next script. Did you forget?
Oh, right. That story doesn't sound like it fits me. You guys have fun.
I hope you have a good time in Pier Point as well.
Don't worry. I've already got an idea. You see that cloud diner just 2 kilometers from here? A few temps from the building material logistics department just stepped in. I'm gonna go and become their friend.
Getting a move on already? I would have thought you'd at least want to spend some time with that cartridge you were obsessing about.
I told you, I'm not obsessed with it. Besides, there's fun to be had along the way.
She starts running through the, effulgent neon lights, just as she had felt her homeworld that night, sprinting towards the stars. Starlight elongates her shadow, illuminating the history of Punk Lord, those who pennied the legends, their vows remembered by the stars. The earliest role-playing gamer said, games are about growth. The calm tactical strategy gamer said, games are about the victories. The rebellious collaborative gamer said, games are about encounters. The loving narrative gamer said, games are about remembrance. And now, the young cosmic adventure gamer, she said,
A game is a game, and that's all there is to it.
Nice. Visitor verification. Silverwolf has become a visitor to the Express. You might come across Silverwolf when you return to the Express. New message from Bernard too. Bernard, hey friend, you're still at the space station, right? I want to talk to you about something. Yep, still here. Nope, already gone. Why didn't you say this before? Why didn't you say this before? I didn't want to say that with so many people around. My boss was there too. It's been a while since that incident, but I'm still very worried about the space station's cybersecurity. I want to prepare while I can, and I've got an idea that I want to run past you. Let's talk about the details face to face. I'm outside the office. Please make sure to drop by. Visitor verification. Again, Silverwolf has become a visitor to the Express. You might come across Silverwolf when you return to the Express. Oh, a side mission. Great. Amazing.
It's still early.
Okay, we have to interact with him. We have to interact with him if we want to, start that. I might do a few of these. Yeah. Oh, we have the time. But I was thinking, for some reason it's, well, it thinks I've done a lot more of these stories than I actually have. So that means I'm gonna miss a few, like, quite a few of them to do for the videos. I'm gonna miss a few of the stories for, you know, when I'm recording. I don't know. It's, yeah. For some reason, it's showing me... It's showing that I have already done a lot of the stories than I actually have. But I think it's because the game thinks I'm actually still in my first save point, even though I reset my Hoyoverse account, and the game thinks I'm back where I started last year before I reset everything. I think that's what the game thinks, and this was my progress right before I reset everything. So I think this is that, and honestly, this is kind of fine. Although, you can see Treebees is fully completed, but when I go into Treebees stories over here, there's one that's not done. So, maybe it's just a glitch. She who passes through doors.
The solemn council is still filled with clamor. Future's destiny still whirls in discussions of candor. To discard the city and save oneself, or to chase the flames that waver. None know the choice that would lead them to a place better.
I fear. How can mere mortals defy the gods?
I worry. How can mortal bodies reforge the world anew?
I suspect that the prophecy is simply a rumor.
In the distant past, the Holy Maiden brought the first prophecy to all city-states.
Hearken to the sounds that the doors whisper.
In the name of God's proper, hope she will give to humanity. Though she falls into confusion, she will bring guidance to this world in vigor.
Overthrow the gods, it declared.
Of the previous journey, she will always remain aware. The Queen of Laws lifted the flag to chase the flames' flare. The tripartite prophecy guided all the world's heroes, all who dared. And building a new world was their oath of yesteryear. The earth roared for them. The tides surged for them. The scales of destiny shivered violently. Then slowly calmed. The core flames of the Titans rested here, while the blood of companions congealed over there. The child led one hero after another to their end. But no end awaits her, no rest to prepare.
Teacher, do not hesitate.
The Weaver of Gold brushes aside the child's tears.
The world still walks on the path you indicate.
The prophecy still stands, even if the actors now different faces wear.
Restore the core flames, it declared.
The solemn council is still filled with clamor. Future's destiny still whirls in discussions of candor. To stop right there and seek peace, or to continue a work still unfinished. None know the choice that would lead them to a place better.
Stop! We only wish to live life as it is, no more.
Cease! Our achievements already stand tall.
Rest up! We only wish to live in peace and prosperity.
The discussions today are the same as those in times past. Retreating now will forever deny us the future. The child has already conquered her confusion and fear. No longer before the mists of fate will she cower.
Hearken to the sounds that the doors whisper.
She travels through myriad passages, burning with determination, to once again bring light to humans through her endeavor. The children fly into the streets, wishing to encourage the residents' faith.
Please, be not afraid. We will definitely bring you to a new home.
Lady Treeby, Lady Trinin, please don't cry.
Do not worry. We trust you always.
The matron wipes away the tears on the children's faces. The praying ones piously bless them in faith. The lost ones take the children's hands, just as the prophecy guides their path.
Bear the divine authority, it declared. Quiet Trinin has little to say. Lively Trianne loves to play, and well-behaved Treeby roams around all day.
The people's encouragement rings sincere. The Chrysos heir's companionship lasts through the years, and Mother's embrace warms up every dream. Thus the child understands, thus the child accepts, though countless farewells on her shoulders weigh, though destiny's blood dries like clay. There will always be passageways, filled with warm sun rays, that silently open to them in future and past days. And from them, a voice says,
Forge miracles, it declared.
Saga composed. There's still more to do.
Who would win? A young girl emerging from her sheath and showing her edge, or a tyrant who has emerged victorious from 100 battles. The Black and White Legion squared off on the battlefield, golden and crimson blood converging into a coursing river.
The leader herself actually dares to step forth and face peril?
The tyrant charged toward the exposed gap in the king's flank, and instantly fell into a trap of raging flames and iron rain.
On the board, the king too is but a chess piece. If the king does not lead, how would any dare to follow?
She lifted the king of the crystal pieces high, as though proclaiming the ascension of a new king. Who would win? The holy city that stood for 1,000 years? Or the foreign city-states invading from 1,000 miles away? Hollow hatred ignited the flames of war. The besieged walls of dawn tottered.
Only a miracle can save us now.
The cowardly elders barred themselves behind closed doors, while the trembling citizenry knelt and prayed.
There is no need to panic. The miracle is already here.
Under the banners dancing like waves, the burning crown shone bright as the wheeling constellations. Who would win? The general who saved the city, or the high and mighty with their privileged authority? The guillotine fell, severing the elder's life. The whispers dissipated, and the scales of victory tipped.
From this day forth, I shall bring justice to the holy city.
The people cried out her name and knelt in reverence, but were stopped by the sound of the scepter of authority striking the ground.
Do not lower your heads beneath my crown.
This was the first, and also the only Imperator. Who would win? The heroes bursting with ambition, or the omnipotent gods?
The Imperator issued the decree! The start of the flame chase journey is at hand!
Perhaps drawn by the grand design to welcome the Era Nova, or perhaps convinced by that king's great renown, righteous warriors from across the land gathered before the Imperator's throne. On the day the journey began, the sky was an expanse of fluttering banners. The people gazed upon the overwhelming military alliance, a golden city reflected in their eyes. As for the end of that chess game, the scholars debate endlessly, but such discussions always end with a sigh. The invincible Imperator faded at the pinnacle of power. The crown's flames extinguished in the lake. The banner, once revered by the people, along with the broken spears of the heroes, now a tomb. The people said,
Even the sovereign that conquers all before her is no match for fate.
Yet she said,
In a war with fate, has there ever been any justice?
Saga composed. Which one was that? Imperator's Flame Chase Path. Right. That's 2 done so far. with the new label removed from those two. And a Goliath for some reason. Although I think we did finish her, so maybe this isn't a glitch and is actually where I was up to, but I had no idea I was that far. Possibly. Mysterious foreign guest Ebonite, when I called your mother.
The gates of the Temple of the Three Fates gently open on the day of prayer. And the crowd crouched, whispering like the tide. The priests of Yanis listen to the prophecies. The unwavering axis of the scales of Talantin maintains balance. And only Orynyx remains silent.
Mother, teach me how to answer prayers.
The Titan tasked with time is as perplexed as a child.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
A familiar voice rings out.
Listen carefully. The future they want is in the past.
Like the first light of the morning star.
Really? In the past?
The child sank into a peaceful slumber of recollection, whispering revelations in their sleep. Until the masses crying out amidst the flames of war were swept away by the sounds of sharp swords locking. The fires of ambition incinerating the law.
Mother, usurper, assassinate the divine body.
Memories are tightly entangled by nightmares, with nowhere to run.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
An unfamiliar voice rings out.
Go to sleep. The ending they want is yet to be born.
Like the warm glow of the setting sun.
Really? Not here yet?
The child continues to sleep, waiting for the next waking dream. And when they opened their eyes, two of the three fates who once received offerings had already faded from the pages of history.
Mother! I'm already all alone.
The child let out a helpless cry.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
A familiar voice rings out in the mirror.
Just wait. The stars that illuminate the night will visit in the end.
Like gentle moonlight. The gates of the Temple of the Three Fates now close tight. People no longer pray to a titan who cannot touch the world. Within the inescapable dreamscape, the flower stems nourished by the black tide serve as a swaddling embrace, drowning the young child's soul.
Mother, help me leave this place.
But this time, they didn't receive a response. Only long years of yearning and pain. Like the silence of the Evernight. Days and nights passed. The years turned. Dust covers the glory of the past. The priests have forgotten this titan.
Waiting. Hate waiting.
They watched over the slumbering sprite, gazing at the dull mirror. But a fleeting mirage flickers in the mirror. The shining stars and the lights of the home. And a strange yet familiar voice.
Wake up! Our familiar old friends have already arrived.
Like the newborn dawn.
Saga composed. What was this one called? Chess Master Monarch. Right. And this one? Seismic Walking Dragon. Terravox. Beast of the Desolate Ancient Land.
The ancient chaos was shrouded in silence and shadow. The giant dragon's offspring was born from the earth. Sweet dreams had smothered the giant dragon's eyes and ears, and as they slept, the 100 eyes of Aquila had already opened, and Fagusa had begun to stir the playful waves. Yet Giorios remained weighty and silent. Layer upon layer of peaks enveloped the dragon, cradling them in a bed more grand than any in existence. The giant dragons spent their childhood in darkness. From the moment their bleary eyes blinked open from haze of slumber, they hungered to feast on crude iron and drink deep of molten lava. Until one day, they raised their head and with a low, guttural voice, pleaded to glimpse light. The Titan lifted them up by their ribs, slowly raising them. The dragon's spine sliced through the strata of rock, cutting open the soil. When they reached the surface, they summoned mist woven of the fire of the stars. As though seeing themselves clearly and in full, through the eyes of a giant bird. The giant dragon walked the earth alone. The Titan knew they were lonely and terrified too, and so sculpted new beasts from flesh and bone. In that wild, barren world, the giant dragon led the beasts of the earth. Excessively long life gifted the giant dragon with eyes that could pierce the veil of years. They witnessed the separation of day and night, as well as the entanglement of reason and romance. And even Kefali did not neglect to share with them a chalice of golden blood. The ocean teased, saying, even should the earth sink utterly, they would not rot. Ever since they opened their eyes, the giant dragon rarely returned to slumber. And thusly, that mesmerizing dream that occasionally burst forth at night etched a trace on their memory. The gods they were familiar with were in this dream, and they were as immense and imposing as ever, yet had lost their freedom. Just what manner of magnificent pathstrider could imprison the Titans as mere reflections? The giant dragon dreamed also of their own path, that great breath from the heavens, or perhaps from beyond even the heavens. They dreamed of silver shards amongst the stars, reflecting the form of another giant dragon. That great cerulean dragon approached Amphorius, the distant whispers roiling, becoming a roar engraved in the earth. They recognized the meaning in that low roar. Its name, permanence.
Saga composed. I knew that was done, Hung. Isolans. Banquet Sonata.
The black tide that blotted out the sky surrounded the city walls. The soldiers manning the walls battered from battle. Melodious chords of music were suddenly heard. A single swordmaster had overcome the waves of enemies. The song flowed from betwixt the blades, breaking through formations as a dorsal fin cleaving the waves. When the last wicked beast finally fell, shattered into pieces amidst the sword's dance, the Frostblade bore no trace of blood.
The legions of heroes under my command are as vast as the sea, yet lack a formidable sword banner.
The commander extended a hand, inviting the musician to join. Should a fish separated from its school glimpse a faint glow, it will swim toward the light. The swordmaster clasped the commander's hand, as though gently grasping the hilt of a keen blade. When the spray of her waves extinguished the fires of war from the holy city, a golden name was engraved upon the stone pillars. The former commander burned the crown to become king.
High Sealands, brave in battle, triumphant in command, I grant you the title Dux Gladiorum. Let us all forge ahead together.
During the banquet after the battle, the weaver tailored for her a splendid dress, and the commander poured her honey brew. Her golden-blooded comrades gathered about her, chanting her new name, urging her to play that splendid music. The candlelight danced and mingled with flowing drink, swords and song ringing out in unison. Yet none knew that was once a lonely melody from the deep sea. The music of revelry continued for a long time, until the whispers of conspiracies were buried in the songs, until the roars of lethal struggle shattered the music. Legend holds that they who bear the weight of a pillar shall one day return to where it stands. Those who tug at the earth shall end amongst the mountains. Those who sow dawn and dusk shall remain eternal in the sky. And she would once again return to the pitch-black sea. And she would once again sing her music alone. The bountiful ocean, with the banquets of bygone days, stir as futile bubbles at the bottom of a glass. Many years later, the song once played by that swordmaster was played by future generations in the Holy City. The people knew the demigod of the seas was still a noble captain. She possessed peerless swordsmanship and a song that is passed down through the ages. It was just that she had long since vanished. Guests at the banquet sometimes spoke of her, but it was only a prayer between their cups.
High Sealands, melody of the waves, bless our night that we may drink deep and dance till dawn.
Saga composed. Alright, Hyacinth's up next. Ooh, Holy City's fading light.
On that day, the dawn promised by the Skyfather shattered in haste. As the black tide surged, breaking through the walls with relentless grace. In a quaint yet exquisite courtyard, two bitter foes meet at journey's end. Their fates entwined in fate's regard. With no escape, no road behind, they trade a weary smile in kind. Together, they gaze at the heavens of fire.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
Not long ago, as the romantic demigod closed her eyes, the girl bottled her tears in sorrow, and once more opened the dim-lit garden wide. Two figures step into the courtyard's gate. A general of Kremnos, her body torn, by vengeance bound, by fury swayed. A noble of the Holy City, once wrapped in gold, now haunted by a fate betrayed. A simple injury, or so the girl believed. Yet the two women met with scorn, their words like blades. Because their children fled in love's embrace, while bloodied pasts left scars in place. A feud unbroken by countless years. A chasm carved by blood and spears. This was a sickness beyond the girl's touch.
Just do your duty as a healer, girl.
Family feuds are like sunlight and storm clouds. They cannot mend.
At last, the girl saw it clear. The courtyard's birth in days of yore was born to mend the rift of dusk and dawn.
Then I will make every effort to have you cast aside your difference in this faint light.
Before long, the general's wounds were healed, and the noble's worries gently repealed. Yet when their gazes met once more, the loathing within remained unswayed. The girl then spoke the tale of her skykin, of a grandmother's sacrifice, a father's flight from within, of ancestors who descended, leaving their feud behind. Their hands in hers, she held them tight, yet flames of hatred burned too bright. She did not waver or despair. She just smiled and gazed upon the sky.
I will use my own fate to prove to you.
The courtyard, once bright, lay steeped in night. Hanging blossoms and wind chimes, all swallowed by the black tide. The general raised her spear, for the noble's sake, while the noble whispered prayers for the general, gentle as a lake.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
The death they awaited never came. Instead, a cascade of colors fell from the heavens. Simply there, protecting them both. The sky still burned, dark and low. Yet her words lingered, a gentle ember refusing to fade.
I will use my own fate to prove to you. Day and night can be mended, and so can hatred be undone.
Alright, that's that saga composed. We have about 1 more minute. Why? Sorry, yeah, I'm happy we got that done. Just in time too. We got some trophies, and I'm gonna have to end the video right here. Yeah, so we literally have 30 seconds left. Though that was some good storytelling. We got a lot more done. We have 1 more for Hyacinth, and then I don't know how many more for the rest of them. Yeah, we only have 1 more for a few of them too, which is great. But yeah, with that said, I'm gonna have to end this video here. So with that said, Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll see you guys in the next Honkai Star Rail video. With that said, take care, and goodbye.